I think it's important for people to also see that these kind of quote unquote just experiences or emotions that you feel, even thoughts, they are in fact shaping our brain structure. It's not just some sort of abstract idea. They have physiological manifestations, and that's I think where we find the Dr. Amon's work with the brain scans. I found that very helpful when I am able to communicate somehow with people that hey, there are brain structure changes. Of course, some of it we know that if you experience TBI, traumatic brain injury, I had a really bad accident, broke my shoulder and all that because I was going way too fast down the mountain when the car came out. Just kind of not only broke my shoulder, but I felt the impact on my brain. I mean, my helmet was total, and I had word finding difficulties for a little bit. Of course, I use every single brain repair method I knew at that time, doing a lot of neurofeedback to repair very quickly. But if you didn't know how to do it or you have no access to these things, you end up with TBI. Then you have this graph shows you have diminished brain activity and on the inside, and then there's the pictures on the top are surface activities, right? You see holes. But then that's not just with physical damage. So you have the classic PTSD, which is, and when it says PTSD, it's not necessarily these one major event. They actually can be the result of multiple, quote unquote, small T trauma events. You see that their brain activity, their brain function is also different. So these experiences or even thoughts that we replay over and over again in our heads literally shape the structure of our brains, right? I know that when you got your brain scan, it was quite a revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it was really helpful to see something like a tangible representation of what I was feeling, because I did feel crazy. I did feel like, I felt like I was going insane. I didn't know why I was doing all these things. I had good intentions, but poor outcomes, poor behaviors, and I didn't want to be doing those things. But I just felt terrible. But yeah, this was good to see that there's something else is going on.
Yeah, so I hope that just with our sharing today, whatever you are experiencing, if you're listening to this, you don't need to dismiss the feelings that you're having just because it seems like your experience, your situation, your context is not, quote unquote, not as bad as other people's, right? Because it is still real to you, and it's still impacting your brain, impacting your physiology, and your soul is, your spirit has been being impacted, so that's the first thing. Hopefully, we can have a little wider understanding of what trauma entails, and we don't have to dismiss it in our lives so quickly.